Lumpen FC.
Welcome back. WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. Thanks for tuning back in to us here on Lumpen FC. We got quite a show coming up. We're talking Champions League, we're talking EPL, we're talking Europa. We're going to cover a little bit of MLS and the call-up for the U.S. national team. We also have with us Roberto Diaz in from Chicago Fire here as a representative.
Hey.
Thank you guys.
And as usual, I am Adrian. I'm here with
Jamie J.
And Sebastian.
And we're going to talk soccer. We're going to talk soccer, football. Yeah. All right. Last week, we did have a couple of representatives from the supporters group section of the Chicago Fire. And today we have the other side of it, I guess, the MLS side, more the Chicago Fire side perspective of what SG groups what they are, what they stand for, what they are. You saw and heard from us the community aspect. Oh, wait, before we get started on that, I always forget the plugs. So if you wanna keep up with anything that we're doing outside of just this show, hit us up at Barra Brava Brewing Co. on Instagram. You can also hit us up on our email, which is lumpenfcradio@gmail.com. If you want to participate in the show, go to Twitch to Lumpen TV, and you can hear our show, and you can make any comments, and we try to get to those comments and questions that are on Twitch while we are on live.
Do we ever say Twitter X thing? We're on the X.
We are on Twitter X.
For y'all still messing with that?
Yeah. For anybody who's still on that, yeah.
It's a little wild right now.
What is it there? Is it Lumpen FC? Is it?
It's Lumpen FC.
Lumpen FC on Twitter X, whatever you call it, if you're still on it. Also, we did introduce the BPF last episode. We do have a viewing party coming up this weekend at Mars. So if you want to partake in anything like that, again, hit us up on Barra Brewing Co.
Show up.
And we'll have the time, and also the event will be on there, and you can see what's going on. And I do want to reach out to La Murga and Sector Latino and so forth for putting that together. The chants part is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to start yelling at the top of my lungs inside of a tap room. It's going to be great.
Fantastic. I'll be working. It's going to be good.
So, what we had on the last show is, of course, a bunch of SG people in here talking about the game and talking about how how they see their perspective or their point of view as SGs. And I don't know if you heard the replay or if you tuned into the show, Robert. What did you think? If you did, what did you think about some of the stuff that was said at that time? Yeah, if you remember.
It was good to see multiple of our groups getting to speak out about what you're doing here in the community, how they see the game, how they feel the game. For me, it's a pretty interesting perspective, being in the role that I am now, having come from a supporter group myself. Mm-hmm. So before I joined the Fire as an employee, before the pandemic, I had season tickets for 10 years. Started just by myself, just bought one ticket when I was 19 years old, my first full-time job. I knew what I wanted to buy for it right away, my first big purchase, if you will. And then, started hanging around with Section 8, ended up becoming a part of Sector Latino, going through, a lot of highs, a lot of lows with them. But luckily, again, it's a community that got me to where I am today. So now being able to give back to that community from the front office side, something truly special in my eyes. As I speak with counterparts from the league, it sounds like a lot of them have worked in sports or it came from playing soccer, knowing soccer, but there wasn't really a lot of I also came from a SG side and now I work for the front office. So I think it's something special here. But what the guy said was awesome. I think both sides, on the Section 8 side, on the Sector Latino side, are working on really cool things in the community, things that we might see in other clubs, things that we don't, that are, unique, special to Chicago. It was a really interesting show. It's always good to also hear some of the opinions or some of the views when they're talking in settings like this versus a setting like in a front office meeting, or a town hall meeting where they're not just talking with me, but, my boss, my manager, my director, team president might be there. They might not feel like, I could just unleash right away in this public setting. So it was good to hear some of those points as well and viewpoints because, again, that helps me kind of hear that out, internalize it, and then say, okay, like from my side, what can I do to help affect that in a positive way?
One of the things that we definitely spoke about was that, and you grew up with soccer, right? So that there is that lag in the United States of what a soccer fan is and then what the corporate mentality of what soccer or sports are basically in this country. Do you feel that, like, since you work in that position now, do you feel like, okay, yeah, these guys definitely, like, there's definitely a separation of philosophies, of ideas here, of how this functions? Is that something that you deal with, like, on a daily basis?
I wouldn't say on a daily basis, but it's very obvious. I think obviously in America, soccer is a lot younger, a lot newer than it is in the rest of the world. And then you look at every other sport in America, we don't have anything that comes close. Maybe college football. College football is possibly kind of the closest equivalent from the research that I've done. Now you have the Clippers, shout out LA, but with the wall now where they have basically the NBA's first supporter section. So it's pretty cool to see, like, some sports are starting to take some components of it. But again, once you compare it to the rest of the world, it's night and day.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, though, that basketball would be the first one. Because you have so many European basketball players coming in now. And some of them even said, like, yeah, the fandom here is fandom, it's fandom, but you're not playing under the same pressure that you would, like, if you were, like, in Serbia.
Right,
that was one of the first comments. Or you know, playing in Spain or France or so forth. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It kind of makes sense that basketball would be one of the first ones to introduce an SG like that. And how do the Clippers, do you know how the Clippers work with that SG or how they...
Yeah, so I'm not sure they have, like, the same, like, here, right, where every group has a representative. You go to meetings. I think from what I saw, you could either buy season tickets or single tickets there. But they have, like... It's pretty cool, actually, because I think the seats themselves, or by section, have, like, some sort of loud meter. And I think the louder you are, you get points and stuff on the app. You get discounts. Oh. So it's pretty cool because you're incentivizing fans who might not come from that background or might not know what a supporter group is, like, overall. But now you're incentivizing them with things that are like, oh, yeah, like, I love that hoodie. I get 20% off merch. If I'm loud the whole game, yeah, let me do that.
Right.
So it's again, blending that with, like, all right, we know that our basketball fans like this or their attention is to this, but we want to create this type of atmosphere. So how can we marry the two?
What's one of the things that you have tried to implement? And I know I'm just throwing the questions because we're limited on time because we're going to cover so much stuff. Because you grew up kind of with that different aspect, it's just like all of us here did. Has it been difficult to, like, talk to front office? Because it's sports here are a lot more. Granted, they're changing a little bit in Europe, but they're just a lot more corporate here. There's a big difference of there's no supporter ownership. There's no, I guess people will say the Green Bay Packers are like the last one left, right? And yeah, in a way, so forth. I guess the county kind of owns that, but it's just very different. What's one of the ways that you see where, like, oh yeah, this front office is just not? They're never going to connect with the fan base in that aspect. Do you see anything like that? Like, yeah, these don't. For example, we dealt with, like Nelson Rodriguez in the past, where it's just like, this dude just doesn't get it, and he's never going to get it. But at the same time, I think he holds a higher position now in MLS, right? So he was rewarded for that disconnect, right? Do you see that that's an issue from what would be the actual, ownership, the franchise owners?
Can't speak for all the clubs, but I know Fire specifically, like you said, right? Nelson kind of put us in this very weird situation that the club has been trying to dig itself out of, both on the field, in the office, with the fans, right? Across all three of what you would say are probably the three main pillars of a club. But it's been actually very refreshing with the new administration that we have now in the front office, where people are trusting everybody's, like, specialties, I guess, or what everybody knows, right? So, like, for me, for example, my one-on-ones with my new manager are super smooth and super cool because he's created an environment where I feel that I could come out to him with, like, almost any idea, and he'll walk me through, like, hey, this is something that has legs. This is a process for where you go from here. Hey, this won't go on because, X, Y, and Z. So I think we're in a path right now that, especially with Joe Mansueto being from Chicago, that's why he brought the team back into the city, and he wants the supporter section to grow. You know, when we go into a new stadium, we expect a supporter section that's much larger than what it is now at Soldier Field, because he wants to create that environment for our games.
Right.
And it's you see our team president, Dave Baldwin, he goes out to the tailgates, he goes out to talk to people. If someone has a complaint, he'll hear them out there. Obviously, he might not have a solution on the spot, but he'll hear them out. So there's more of an openness now than, again, when I was on the fans side, going to these front office meetings with people. There's a much more openness now to like, all right, let's hear them out, let's work with them, and trying to bring it back to what a club is. At the end of the day, a club is front office, first team players, and coaching staff, and the fans all together in one community. And I think there's a lot of stuff that is happening behind the scenes that people don't get to see, but that is going to reap rewards to, again, bring everybody connected together at the end of the day.
Nice.
How do you feel that meeting went? That we attended to. That was like my first time going to that supporters. How do you feel
that first supporters meeting?
how that go? Like, how do you feel that went? Because was that your first time doing it by yourself, like running that thing, like that meeting solo?
I mean, we had a couple last year. We had one in August. We had another one in November. The one in November was like the introduction to Greg, so he kind of was the focal point of that one. So yeah, January was the first time that I actually ran everything top to bottom on my own, created the talking points, created everything for it. So it was a pretty cool experience. I think it went a lot better than what I would have imagined. I know you said it, Jimmy, before. A couple other people were like, yeah, it was a little tense at times, but I think it's natural, right?
Right.
What I'm trying to accomplish is setting a standard and setting a bar that's equivalent at the moment, if not better, than what some of the other teams are doing. I've spent the whole offseason just literally Googling best supporter groups in MLS, best atmosphere in MLS, best stadium in MLS. In all the rankings, we, as the Chicago Fire, were bottom, if not bottom 3. That was third from the bottom was the highest that I saw us ranked. To me, that as a lifelong Chicagoan, as someone who loves this club, like that's not good.
Yeah.
That's like even just taking my front office hat side, even if I was a fan, that's not something I want to see. I want to take pride in my club. I want to take pride more than anything in our supporter section, in our community. So when I had meetings in the offseason, November, December, with all these group leaders, one of the things I said was like, hey, there's going to be changes. There's going to be changes pretty quick because of where we're at and because where we want to go. What I didn't want is the team starts performing and we're like, miles behind because we haven't gotten some of the tough conversations out in the air, because we haven't addressed some of the things that needed to be addressed that were lingering from 2-3 years ago. So it got a little, not complicated, but it is tough when you're trying to have all those conversations that should have happened years ago, when you're still dealing with the fallout of situations from 2.5-3 years ago. Installing even just new processes in the way that when a fan gets banned for violence, when they come back, in my eyes, it shouldn't just be like, oh, cool, you did your whatever time it was. Awesome. Welcome back. Here's all your privileges back. Like nothing happened.
Right.
Because then to me, if I'm that person in my mind, I'll be like, oh, cool, I get to do it again. I do my little year.
Slap on the wrist.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
back at it.
Exactly. So it's been trying to install from that side, and for me, having a background, when I worked at Curie High School, I was head of security and I was helping in the dean's office. So it's like, all right, what did we do with those kids where we had success, where when the kid comes back, you reintegrate them in a way that the community has support, that if that kid does try to act up again, there's the community is self-sufficient, that they're the ones that prevent that behavior from repeating before it even gets, to the administration at that point. But here, it's if we could create a united supporters community where every group is united and looking out for each other, then you don't have to worry about those bad apples, because when they do come, there's going to be a plan from the front office and security side. But then that self-sufficient community is also able to call them out before it even escalates. Right? So then not one group could feel like, oh man, if this person comes back, there's going to be trouble, because now you have 10 groups to deal with. And if it's in a group chat, if it's at a tailgate, someone hears that, you self-police it, it doesn't even get up to the front office, those bad apples start, removing themselves on their own. So that's the type of ecosystem that I want to create, because again, this year I have my hands on things that from anyone in the front office probably shouldn't have, but there wasn't that structure, there wasn't that process, there wasn't that system set up. So what I told everybody was, if I could create these systems, and then at the end of the year, when everyone's into the, role of it, be like, right, now I'm hands off. Now you guys control it on your own. Now the systems are in place, processes are in place. But now the front office doesn't have to get involved. Now I could sit back and be like, all right, now you guys just let me know what you need from me. I'll tell you, hey, I could deliver on this, can't deliver on that. Give you a transparent reason on why yes, why not. And then like that, again, it becomes self-sufficient, and it's something that could last, 5, 10, 15 years, not depending on one group leader, on one person in the front office.
I mean, okay, so from what you said, like on the side of violence, man, I'm with you completely. Like violence just shouldn't be a thing, and not in the stands, not in the parking lots, not walking to and from.
Right.
Violence just forget it, right? But where do we draw that line on where, if we're going to self-police, where do we draw the line on, okay, we're going to police up to this point? Like, for example, if somebody brought in a banner saying, down with fascism, just an example. As a community, I'm pretty sure everyone, in the SG section is not going to be like, hey, dude, you shouldn't do that. It's going to cause something bad, blah, 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 blah. Because, I think for the most part, most people in Chicago are kind of like down with fascism, right? Don't do that. We don't like fascism. So if they're like, hey, we're going to bring this in, blah, 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 I don't think anyone's going to be like, no, don't do that, because front office, because optics, because Apple TV won't like it. Right. Because from the fan base, we honestly don't care what Apple TV likes. Right. And we don't care really what Garber is going to find offensive up at the top of the tower that he's at. So where are those lines? That's where it starts getting gray. And if it's one of those things where the groups are self-policing, what is it that we're self-policing?
Yeah. No, that's a great question. I think on the topic of like banners and such, it's about communication at the end of the day, right? I'm not shy about sharing my political beliefs with people when I have one-on-one conversations, when I'm talking with groups, because I have had groups ask me like, hey, what if we bring a banner about, X, Y, and Z? It's like, well, it's something that I might support, but the league has very clear, like, can't have this, can't have that. Right. So it's helping for me, I think, it's me helping the supporter groups navigate those lines, right? Like, hey, this is what the league policy says. This is what we can't have. But maybe there's a way we could get creative, and you guys could, think of a way to maybe support that or demonstrate that in a way that it's like, oh, that's not included here. Where would it do it? Right. So it's kind of being that, I guess a liaison is the best word. But, just working with our fans to be like, hey, this is what it states. This is the law. This is MLS, the rule book. They're going to shut it down, whether we like it, whether we have. It could be something that, our team president would be like, yeah, I support that. But if it's against MLS rules, like, it's kind of out of our hands.
So since I think we already have our first fan or supporters group issues, right, in San Diego? Yeah. How would you do? I didn't hear about this. How would, I guess, in Chicago, if that came to your plate and they're the P word, the infamous P word that we all know. The P chant. The P chant. And so the San Diego's, when this was, I think it was like, they had La Frontera or something like that. Maybe that was the name they said, but I guess they were chanting the words. And San Diego already came out. I guess they said something already that, condone all that jazz. But like, I don't know what the next step is. Like, is it a warning? Is it like, I don't know. Alexi, what do you think?
Some of those things.
What's the process of that?
Like, for example, like FIFA has been trying to deal with it for
I feel like
2 decades, I think, at this point, and they still haven't been able to, to really come to a consensus of what's going to happen.
But they haven't been able for the same reason, right? That you could say, like, hey, if this happens, we're going to do A, B, and C.
Right.
But then it happens and you don't do it.
Yeah.
So then again, it's in the mind of the fan, they're like, well, they've threatened us a million times.
Right. Well, I feel like a statement's like a standard thing. I'm just going to put a statement out. Right. All right, whatever.
And even in games, it's happened in Gold Cup finals. It's happened in Nations Cup finals or Nations League finals. And it's, again, it's World Cup, right? So it's you.
This Champions League that we have right now, the
Libertadores, you mean?
No, the one that's going on right now.
Miami. CONCACAF.
CONCACAF Champions.
Yeah.
I know I've seen them kind of mute it every now and then, but it's still you know what's going on.
Yeah, because again, in a friendly match, they might stop that. Yeah. Right? They might say, okay, it happened 2 times or 3 times, match abandoned. But when you prove that you're not going to do it when it's a high-stakes game, again, to the fan, it's like, all right, there's going to be no repercussions. I can do this. Especially if a lot of people are doing it, how are they going to pinpoint me out? That I'm the one doing it, they're not going to kick me out.
Right.
So for us, we do have a process in place. We have a phone number for command that you could text. A fan could text. We do an advertisement. If you see something, say something. This is the number to text. If someone's behaving in a way they shouldn't be. This is command center. Command will get it to security. Security will go and escort the fan out. But that's one of the things as well that I've changed now, where Monterey Security is the one that operates with Soldier Field. So in supporter section specifically, anytime someone would be standing on a seat, throwing a beer, throwing a can, whatever, they would just, go in there right away. And there'd be no talking, there'd be nothing. Just go, grab the person or tell the person once. They do it again, go, grab them, you're out. The thing that I did was like, hey guys, how about I make your job easier? Like, I know these people, I have the relationship. Let me go in first, talk with the individual. If they're a part of a supporter group, talk with the supporter group leader. And then if that person becomes rowdy or tries to become violent, then I'll call you guys for backup. They absolutely loved it. And now we've had, since last year, at least in the section itself, we haven't had like any crazy incidents with Monterey, because we've been able to, again, we have a system, we have a process that they're cool with, and they're like, yeah, we love this. So we have had it at a fire game, I think like once or twice. Not a supporter section, but off to like the corners or like around midfield. But yeah, that's the process. If a staff hears it, if another fan hears it, they just text that number to command. Command gets it to security. Security goes over, talks with the individual. If, again, the individual gets out of hand, then they kick them out. But I think it is one time you get a warning. Then if you do it again, you get kicked out. But yeah, that's what it is.
That was kind of wild to me over being at the meeting and hearing about like the incidents, because like I've been to plenty of fire games, but like I haven't. I like the fire, I'm fan fire, but I don't go to the game and I'm like, man, no one's gonna do something at this game that's gonna make me fight somebody. Like, no offense, like like I'm not on the fire, but they ain't got like it ain't loyalty like that. Like I'm not like, so like it's still, I'm going there to have a good time, and I was like, so when I heard about it, I'm like, who's there? I mean, let me use MLS. We still kind of coming up. What we over here fighting for? Like, who is really like down that bad that they gonna fight over their O'Brien McBride jersey or something? Like they die hard. Like come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like that. So that was actually kind of funny. I was like, wow. I was like, really? The people are out there like gooning like that? That's. I mean, kind of low key. So part of me is like kind of loved it. I was like, oh, I'm glad there's some passionate ones out there. But I have what do you think is gonna be like implemented do you know, I know they were talking about in the meeting, they were like, oh yeah, about basically like the supporters section being an actual supporter section, not just like family zone. Is that something easily to be done? Has like in the past three games and our one home game, right?
Yeah,
one home game. Have you seen, like when you were at the game, was it pretty much supporters in the supporters section, or did you like
it was like a mix. It
was still a mix, but yeah.
I was standing right next to a kid
Yeah.
who was not watching the game whatsoever. He was just like, when can we leave? And here I am with my beer in my hand, and I'm trying to yell, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit this kid on accident. Like
casualty of the war, baby.
Yeah. So like I did have like a family next to me, but then to my right and then to my left, it was the whole crowd, the whole Central Latino and everything like that. So
that's the thing, though. So like, what I did notice, there was still families in there, and that's fine. But it seems like those kids were very like, yeah, we do this every Saturday. Like, I'm just gonna read my book or watch my iPad and celebrate during the goal and sing, because they were singing some of the chants and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think those, and that's the thing. Like, I'm okay with kids being in the supporters groups, in the supporters section. Because that's part of the culture. It's part of growing up in it. It's part of learning it. But it's also, hey, teach your kid that, we have to teach the kids that this is an adult thing. Right. And yeah, you'll grow into it, and you'll learn the rules, you'll learn the culture, you'll learn the passion and so forth. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you are kind of. It's like taking your kid. It's like taking your kid to the bar. Like,
exactly.
You have to teach them. Hey, these are the rules. Mind your P's and Q's. I mean, as you grow in this,
there's plenty of videos of games over in Europe, especially in England, where there's the kid there just flicking other fans off. Yeah. You can just see their mouth. F off. off. Yeah. You're just like, oh yeah, he's 7. He's 7 years old. Just like, and the dad's like crying next to him. He's such a good fan.
So that's just true.
You know, that's like the real. That's the real. I mean, my nephew's like flicked off like a Spurs fan. I'd be like, that's right, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
I got him. When he was born, I got him. I'm already. I'm only 3 and I hate the Spurs. Like, you know, like
just don't do it.
I'm already instilling the hate. You know? Like, he does not like Tottenham.
Just don't do it at school.
Right.
Don't let your teachers know about it.
Right, exactly. So that is kind of like, it is like you said, it's kind of like part of the game. Like, there should be kids in there. Yeah, they're going to embrace it because it's part of our sport.
Yeah, I didn't see. To me, like from what I looked around, I didn't see like a family that was like out of place. That was like, oh my God, where are we sitting? Like I didn't see that. I think everybody knew what they were in for. You know?
Yeah, exactly. They,
like, which is fine.
Like the family next to me was like, yeah, this is it. We're not moving, kiddo. I don't care if you don't like it. You know.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I think if I saw it more last year, I definitely did see people who were in the first 10 rows just sitting the whole game. Did see more kids, and I think part of that was when you have one section with supporters at the bottom and then casual fans at the top, and then you have a middle section where there was nothing organized, and then you have another section to the left of that where same thing, it was supporters in the front and maybe people standing but more people sitting towards the back. So that division that we had before, I think also helped with that or created that, because again you had one section in the middle of both that just there was nothing going on. Right. So if people are like, oh, I just want the cheapest seat, and you go to that section and you just sit, because again, there's no flags, there's nothing obstructing your view, so you could just sit and chill out the whole time. But I think now the two things that we've done is working with our ticket sales team, and again, luckily having came from there, I heard a lot of the conversations. So one of the things that we did was like, all right, I had a meeting with them in the off season. I was like, hey, this is Supporters 101 for anyone who's new to soccer. Anyone who, you know, just doesn't watch like over in Europe, things like that, other MLS teams. This is, you know, the supporter section. This is what it is. And this is what it isn't. To help in their sales pitches, be like, hey, like, all right, I understand you want tickets in this section, but are you aware that, you know, A, B, and C happens through there? You might have your view obstructed. People are going to be singing, chanting, drums are going to be playing the whole time. So I think helping the education process for that was huge, because then if someone says, oh, I want the, you know, least expensive seat, it's like, cool, we have this corner kick ticket or we have this 200 level ticket, and not automatically going to like, oh yeah, well, we have supporters, and then you have that awkward situation where you might have a family of 5 buying season tickets for the first time. They show up to the game and they're like, what in the world is going on?
That's actually, is that online by chance? Like if someone like, is there like a Supporters 101, like Section 8 101 on like the Chicago Fire like website people just click on or something like that?
There's not. Yeah, we're revamping the website.
That's great.
So that's something that we're gonna add. I created like a little one-sheeter for our sales team, so we're gonna add something like that. And then on Ticketmaster, when you go to buy a ticket, and if you click on that section, it tells you like, hey, this is a supporter section. Your view will be obstructed. You know, there's flags, people standing, things like that.
Do they give out those little pants, like the White Sox game? They give you those calendars or the schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be even cool if it was like in that too. So everyone that even had it when they opened up, there's
the fridge magnet kind of thing.
You know, like that, like to give you.
Oh, on the paper schedule.
The paper schedule. Yeah, those things. Like, and then you open it up and it has like it has a Dunkin' Donuts coupon or whatever that stuff. Who's gonna win the race?
Right.
But like I think that's like kind of cool. Like that's yeah, 'cause you're educating the fans. That's great.
I think one of the things we're looking at is maybe doing like a banner, like a small banner at the front of each sections where you have the railings, and then just be like, hey, for more information on these sections, you know, scan the QR code. It'll take you to that document. Because again, like I don't think we do the foldable schedules anymore.
Yeah, we got to save the plan.
Right. Everything's digital now. But yeah, that'd be a great idea. So if we do something in the future, might take that one from you.
Hey, but it's all yours, my man.
Something simple, the magnet, the fridge magnet,
right.
You know, something like that.
But yeah, now with the supporter sections next to each other, with all the groups together, you guys saw it on Saturday. It created where half the section towards the bottom was all standing up and waving flags. Yeah. So the people in the back on both sections had no other choice but to stand.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I like the layout a lot more. It did look more cohesive for sure than last season, which was good to see. We'll see what happens. You know, I mean, it's a long season, right? So we have to wait and see what happens throughout the entirety of the season. We'll be right back with a couple more questions about SGs and the front of house and how MLS views SGs. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago, 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio. and we will be back shortly.
Yes, Gomez Peña is back. The Mix Files are back in Lumpen Radio. Now, broadcasting from both San Francisco Califas and Mexico City. Acompáñenos.
Do you hate country music?
Not if it's Country My Way with Lawrence Peters.
That's right, Country My Way with Lawrence Peters. Classic and obscure gems of honky-tonk, bluegrass, countrypolitan, outlaw, western swing, country funk, all the goodest kinds of country music.
Now every Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m.
on WLPN 105.5 FM Chicago.
Play me some bed drinking music. Good country music.
Buddy gives artists and small manufacturers in Chicago a place to showcase and sell their goods and artworks. Buddy retails to a vast audience of Chicagoans and visitors at the Chicago Cultural Center. Buddy is a shop as local as it gets. Buddy is part of the nonprofit Public Media Institute. Visit hi-buddy.org for more information.
Second promo. 30-second promo. 30-second promo.
You've never heard anything like this before. It's Postmodern Talking with Bobby Kahn and TJ LeDuce. Only on WLPN 105.5 FM.
30-second promo.
Welcome back. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago, 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We were just talking about SGs and the SG community here in Chicago and around the MLS. I think it's a little bit more cohesive this time. Hopefully it keeps going this way. It does seem to me like the SGs are trying to do more things together, so it's good. I like the way it's going. Now we did have
how was the chanting? Was it like the?
It was really good, and there was it seemed like they had some cues to give each other. Like, hey, we're going to sing this one, we're going to sing that one.
Fantastic.
We did do some Section 8 songs, some Sector Latino songs, some other songs. I think now it's just everybody getting into it. Everybody,
that was very weird. I remember them talking about that at the meetings when we go to Games 4, and I'd be never for me. I'm just like, why aren't they singing over there?
Yeah,
why are we singing over here? Why are they kind of looking at us? Wait, I was like, this seems like there's a little tension.
There still seems to be a little bit of that hesitancy, that's there, but it's I don't think it was as pronounced as before. Yeah. Now, coming from a university that had crazy, yell leaders and chants, and a high school where we had, crazy chants as well, and the whole student body was together. It's missing that last bit of that group effort, but I think it's going to get there, and I think it's probably going to get there at the end of the season. Well, to tell you the truth.
I really remember when we used to play at what's SeatGeek, what it used to be Toyota Park. That Section 8 had a yell leader.
They had a couple. A couple.
Yeah, and is that not allowed anymore in Soldier Field, or did they just decide not to do that anymore? Or?
It is. It was just feedback from our supporters.
Yeah, that's right. I've never been big on capo stands. I've never really liked capo stands. It's just never.
I was just being. You mentioning yell leaders, and I was like, hey, they used to have that.
Yeah, but yell leaders. I like the yell leaders to be in the group. Yeah, they're in the group. They're part of that. And granted, from my university experience, sure, they were on the field and so forth. But then there was, the way it was passed back and so forth, and then the people and the age groups and so forth, leaders in each section.
I feel like it has to be done. I feel like when I went to when I was at that Portland Timbers game, I feel like that crowd actually did that pretty well but they didn't also have they didn't have Sector Latino. It was pretty much that whole sports was just one thing, one group. Yeah. So it probably makes it a lot easier. Yeah. And everyone, whatever that thing we were doing at the end of the game, we were rapping it. I was like, this is kind of cool. I was like, because everyone's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So everyone from all the rows up, everyone was on the same page. So I was like, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah.
Do you think that MLS, and this is more of a like the MLS point of view, if you happen to even have this point of view, because for sure for a while, to me, in my opinion, it seemed like MLS was just trying to squash SGs out. They didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to have that type of a culture. They wanted it to be the classic, NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball. That's what we want. That's the fan base we want. Do you think that that's now that mentality of we have to get rid of this is gone, and then they realize, hey, we need this is going to be part of this no matter what?
Yeah, I think you can see it in their advertisement.
Yeah,
pretty much every ad that I see for Apple TV or for ticket sales from any club, Twitter, image ads, whatever it is, emails that I get, 90% of them, the picture, the video, whatever it is the hook that they're trying to entice you with, is a supporter section. So I think they did realize, like, hey, why would you change one of the more organic things of the sport that drives your business? Because it is those fans that, again, if you are a bad team, you know that those fans are still going to come. They're still going to set some sort of an atmosphere for you. So why would you want to combat or fight against them?
It's funny you said the Apple TV thing. Now there's a big thing that came out, if you saw a couple days ago. MLS is not too happy with the Apple TV deal.
Why?
No. Yeah, so, what? Such a shocker.
Was it not enough money?
What?
Was it not enough
Is
cash?
everybody refusing to not get Apple TV
when people
to watch it?
Because
I know I'm not gonna.
Because people just don't want to spend money for Apple TV for MLS. Rather than being on Fox and NBC and CBS and your local TV.
Right, Channel 9 for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's not just, you don't just have to buy the Apple subscription, right? You have to buy the Apple subscription and then get the MLS package. Am I wrong?
So you can
actually do season pass.
buy just MLS.
Just the MLS package.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But like it's the whole thing. I really like Apple TV.
We are not advertising for MLS package or for
no.
We're just stating.
Matter of fact, it might be the opposite.
The thing is, that's what messed up, because I think Apple TV thought it was going to be like the biggest thing, and like they may have good shows. They do have good shows, but like there's also 100 other apps out there.
Okay,
other things. So like,
do you know this though? Because I thought the original reason was, hey, we're going to be showing these games in wherever, Eurasia, Australia, New Zealand. Is that actually happening? Are people in those areas actually tuning in to watch,
it was a chunk of
Messi,
big chunk of money
to watch Messi not play?
Hey, Suarez is there, all right?
Busquets, bro. I'm watching Busquets.
That's right.
I am impressed with
Jordi
Suarez.
Alba.
I am impressed with Suarez.
Actually,
I am not gonna
lie. Low key, I am too. He scored today.
But there's two different things, right? There's one of the cool things from it is that I have seen a lot of players, a lot of international players, saying, man, this is the first time that my family in X country has been able to watch me play. I think that's phenomenal. As a player, knowing that your community back home is actually being able to watch you play for the first time in your career, and you might be towards the end of your career, like that would motivate me. That would drive me to like, hey, I got to be on it. On the flip side, I have family members here or in California that'll be like, hey, how's work? How's the team doing? I'm like, yeah, X, Y, and Z. We have a game here today. And they're like, oh yeah, like I'm trying to follow, but I can't watch because I don't know how to operate apps or computers. So to me, it's like crap. Like it's cool because you do open the league up to the rest of the world. Because I remember to when we couldn't watch like Premier League live.
Oh right.
And it's like, man, that's crazy. That sucked.
Struggling to find Fox Soccer, right? Santana Sports, all kinds of the craziness, man. All kinds of craziness.
Putting in your AOL free trial CD,
right?
Waiting 10 minutes for the graphics to download for the scores.
Getting all your information stolen.
That still happens.
Just to get like maybe 15 minutes of the game.
Right. So it did open the international market to expose it to MLS, which was pretty cool. But at the same time, like I said, you have people here domestically who love soccer because they came from a country where that was the culture, and now unfortunately can't follow their local team unless they have kids or nephews or someone in their life that could set up their phone or could set up their account. That it's something that they have no idea how to operate.
And they charge it for that screen the password sharing too.
Yeah.
So he was saying,
is it MLS that's upset with the deal, or is it Apple?
MLS. Apple care. They got contract. They got
MLS is making the money though. Right?
But they think it's because they think it's more or less they feel like it's a rotten deal because I mean, they're not like again they're losing viewership. They're not gaining it. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's if you can't watch it, like people come to Mars and I'm logging in on my account Apple so they can show it. It's great, but like. The average person's probably not everyone just wants to watch Silo or you know what I'm saying or you know what I'm saying they probably have Fubo or Hulu or you know what I'm saying and like you don't want to pay for anything.
No. Yeah, it's true. You don't.
Like, so like
I don't know how you keep up with any of this.
And here's the thing.
You don't watch any
of this.
No.
It's not that I don't want to pay for anything. It's that I don't want to pay anybody to show. I don't want to pay someone for commercials. If I'm gonna pay you, you're not gonna show me the commercials. And then when I do pay you, you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna up the price on you to not. It's like being in an SG
Life
and
is a
getting
commercial, my man.
Getting $14 tickets
everywhere.
Y'all, if y'all could see Sebastian's face when he said that, that was crazy.
It's like being.
That was crazy. You don't like to pay for anything.
I don't.
No. It's like it's impressive.
Hey, Robert,
is what it is.
You can talk to my new salesperson. Every time we have a conversation, it's like, why did the tickets prices go up? There's no reason the team's not good. Why is the ticket prices going up?
It's 2 for $6 now. I mean, it used to be 2 for $5. I'm going home, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm done with this.
You got to put it in the bank account, man.
But I was saying that because I was kind of I was like mad because I couldn't see like what Paramount used to have the Brazil League and I watch it and now it's on like and even I'm kind of like it was like it's on like Phantasm or something and I'm like I could get this app. But I need to make a stand. I already have the Hulu and the Fubo and the app. I was like, I don't need it. So now like I have to make a sacrifice. So everyone's making a sacrifice. So a lot of people don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because Apple TV isn't cable.
Yeah. Or don't even know. I just had a conversation with one of our season ticket holders. And he was like, hey, like I got the email during the off season about Apple TV, but I have Android. Like I'm not gonna buy an iPhone. And I was like, whoa, like you could watch it on Androids.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just download Apple TV or on your computer. Like you have the code, you could use it without having to have an Apple product.
Right.
So I think just to educate the consumer education, the way it was rolled out, I don't think it was there, and I think that's what's kind of led to people missing out on stuff that they could have been watching, but they just didn't know because that consumer education part wasn't there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. There's I guess there's a lot to learn from what's going to go on with this Apple. And for how long is it? It's
it's years.
That was going to be tough. That was always going to be tough.
But the part of it was also the hook to get messy, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, and that's part of it.
MLS has a history of making these deals. I mean, look at the Beckham deal. That kind of just was a wash for them. Look at the Messi deal. That's kind of an issue with them now.
But it was always going to be tough to.
What I miss is MLS TV. Like that app that you used to have where you just paid, what was it, $10? Yeah. And you got every game, every weekend.
But sometimes you would get blackouts on that.
No. It didn't start with blackouts.
No,
they
but
added the blackouts later. They added that later.
Well, the thing is that was always going to be tough because even when you had MLS TV, I believe, if I remember correctly, if you followed a certain team or something, you could watch theirs on their website as well. There was always like an option to do that. It was always going to be tough to sell this because unfortunately, I will pay $7 a month to watch English Premier or Champions League. I'm not gonna pay for MLS because the product isn't good enough yet.
Right.
So it was always gonna be a hard sell. Like I get trying to make money off of these games and doing it with the TV rights and all that sort of stuff, but it's almost like the money should be somewhere else to improve this product. So then I will want to give me the incentive.
It has to be equal to the
this.
product.
Yeah. And Messi isn't enough.
No.
And I think they're finding that out. I mean, I don't know if it'll ever be enough because you have basically Barcelona from 2009 playing at Miami.
Yeah,
and it's
basically.
Still like, I'm not going to buy that.
Yeah.
And
they almost got Neymar.
I want to say before you go, so this guy goes, so I guess so the team general manager says they have to end the deal with Apple. It's bad for the fans. So I think we have to be on more linear outlets. We have to be on ABC, NBC, Fox more regularly because I think a lot more people watch our games when we were in that space. Yeah. I think Apple and the whole streaming thing is really innovative and it's probably where things will be going, but I don't think that the MLS is the leader of that. I don't think enough has been put behind the subscription model. You're a different league when you're subscription-based leagues. I don't think the effort has been put in like it should be. it's like selling tickets. You need people out there selling. You can't just hope that people are going to sign up.
But then see, the thing is, we'll end up with the same mess though. We'll end up, if they go back to ESPN or any of that stuff, it always happens to soccer, right? Even when they were showing Bundesliga and so forth on Fox and so forth, if whatever Trinity high school basketball team was, because LeBron was on it or some superstars coming up on it, the soccer game's going to get pushed to Fox 5, which you have to pay for, and you're not going to pay for it.
I actually liked it.
Then you run into that issue also, right?
Because I knew it was like on. Like I knew that it was always on the schedules on ESPN. It had every game. I thought that was actually a very good
scheduling thing becomes an issue.
If you put it on ESPN Plus, you can just choose.
Yeah, and
you can now, but back then you couldn't.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
because now they have the ESPN 3 and 5 and 6 and 12.
Yeah, but it's all on ESPN Plus. You can just choose.
Exactly. You can just get the ESPN app. You can be in Hulu. You can actually combine. Yeah, you can actually combine that.
I mean, the products have changed, but yeah.
And on top of that, with the Neymar thing, it's actually unfortunate. It was funny because I mean on the radio they were talking about it. It was on WTF, and Eric Ronaldo and them. They're like, and they're like, hey, they're basically again they're not Chicago, but they're like. And no, actually, it was Dax McCarty. Dax McCarty is on the show. So Dax is like,
I do miss Dax.
Yeah, he's back. It's great, actually.
He's an MLS icon.
He's on the.
Hey man, he yelled at me once to not throw stuff in the pitch. He was like, stop throwing stuff. Like, okay, I got you, Dax.
He's on WTF now, and on the series. He's on his post career now. So he's on Apple TV, but he's also on WTF now. But he was saying you can't like Chicago. He said basically again. I don't know. He said Chicago definitely had the money for him, and it's like you telling me that wouldn't fill seats, and I was like, I would have loved to see, and he was like, I would love to see Neymar there, and he was like, I'm pretty sure he would have been a lot better than Shaqiri. Like I'd rather see Neymar walking around than Shaqiri walking around. So I was kind of like, for what it is, I do think we missed out. I think Chicago missed out, and
I don't think the Neymar thing wasn't a thing though, right?
Like it wasn't a thing, but it would have been great if it was a thing.
Right.
Supposedly, they're like anyway saying that it could have possibly happened.
But I think the way it went down actually worked because again, you have a new coach with a bigger profile than pretty much any coach we've had before. Yeah. Maybe Bradley, but even Bradley wasn't that big name yet because he wasn't on the men's national team yet. But I think he's trying to create, again, turnover the roster from what it was to what it is now. You're going to keep that turnover in the summer again. You're going to bring more people in, probably next offseason again, trying to fill in some more pieces. So I think having that flexibility instead of being married to a Neymar, to a seed filler, jersey seller for sure, but that you don't know exactly what the results on the field is going to be, which that was kind of what Shaqiri was. So I get it. It is a higher profile. Yeah. It is possibly someone that you could have gotten better results on the field from. But I think taking this cautious approach that like, hey, Greg said it from the moment he got here, we want people who want to be in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah. Not people who are hunting for their last, golden night.
His sister's birthday's coming up. He's not
going to be.
It's always coming up.
No, he got hurt. He played, I don't know how many games in a row.
He blew his knee out.
And then 3 days before, it's like, I can't play. And then someone put the day that he appeared on the medical report and then the date of his sister's birthday. And it was literally like 2 days before. And I was like, the streak, if there's anything that we could count on, it's that Neymar won't play that weekend.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. So supposedly now he may be in Germany actually coming.
I heard.
Yeah, which is.
Or back to Barca.
Yeah, which is.
Wow. What's he gonna do?
So someone knows something that we don't know. That I guess this 32-year-old Neymar is actually still pretty good.
That's what I do.
Right? Yeah, right. So Bayern Munich,
Bayern and Barca.
Bayern and Barca are both looking at bringing him in.
Wow. Okay.
So I was like, someone must know something we don't know. So this kid must be.
No. I think everybody's banking on. He said he wants to be on that World Cup roster. It'd probably be the last World Cup he could be on.
Oh, he got called up.
Well, he got called up for this next one,
Yeah,
but
he got called up.
I think those teams are banking on like, all right, he wants to make the roster, he's gonna have to perform, and they're banking on like, all right, if we take the risk.
Wasn't that where he got injured though? He was playing for Brazil. He got injured.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the last time he played.
Well, no, it's because he starts that first game and then he blows something. And
he only played 7 games in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And then
But he's out.
I forgot if he's even been.
He got called up for the national team, and then he blew his knee out. That's when he was in Saudi Arabia. That's when he was with.
Yeah, he's with Santos now, but
he's in Santos.
Yeah, but he got called up.
He called up for this next one.
So is it going to be his back this time? Or is it going to be the ankle this time?
And I didn't even see how he played or anything. So
no, he's been playing well.
I haven't been able to see the highlights. I don't.
Oh man,
I don't have fantastic.
Just another $5.99 for you.
I know, right? See Neymar.
Keep adding it. Just keep adding it.
Oh my goodness. See, so
speaking of, I don't pay for stuff. See, because before you know it, you're paying $1,000 just to watch soccer all over the world. Yep. And rest in peace, founder of Pirate Bay. But it's still a thing.
They're even cracking down. They're cracking down on crack streams too, man. There's I was watching.
I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen it in a while, but there was a guy on Twitch, and I'm not gonna put names out or anything like that. And I don't know how he did it, and I don't know what program he had. So he would be showing FIFA, the game, the video game, right, while the game is on. But the FIFA game would be the game. Was mimicking the game.
That's crazy.
And so he never got. He eventually did get hit because I guess somebody turned him in or something like that. But it was just like, oh. Wow, this is really smart.
It's a little creepy.
It was insane
to be able to do
Pete
that.
said you can find any of the games on Reddit. He was like, but you got, he's like, but you got a lot of pop-up ads. I was like, oh yeah.
And your phone's gonna tell you, please help me, I'm dying.
I don't have my ghost internet account, so I can put all those links on there. So goodness, so you can take all my identification. But
don't have your wallet, your Apple Wallet. Put in. That's crazy. Anyways, I had another question about MLS. Oh no, well let's go ahead and shift over to you already mentioned it. We have this manager that is supposed to really help us out. He's got experience with Berhalter here at the Chicago Fire, and we just had the call up that occurred for the U.S. men's national team. Let's bring this up
I got
here.
you up already, baby.
We got an amazing manager, a historical manager now for the U.S. men's team, again, with Pochettino. Please don't ruin this, USSF.
I like both coaches, Berhalter and Podge.
We got Berhalter and Podge. So what do you think about the call-ups for the U.S. men's national team? We're going to go to break in about 8 minutes, and we'll continue talking about it afterwards. But so far, what do you guys think about these call-ups for the U.S. men's national team? And do you think any familiar players, like one for the Chicago Fire, that may have been left out?
I got it. I'll say right now, why is Matt Turner on this list?
Because Matt Turner's always on the list.
Like what is?
Who else you got?
Right? Yeah. Who else? Who's watching him in practice? It's like, oh, he didn't make this U.S. roster, man. Like, are you kidding me?
Wait, hasn't he been playing at least like the Cup games? Not even the Cup games anymore?
No, man. He didn't play I forgot who played. Yeah, I was looking at when they played the last game. I was like, oh man, maybe.
Wait, who's he with again?
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, wait, no, it's Crystal Palace now.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, no, Crystal. You know what? They had a scrimmage today against some team called Ham Cam or something. like I'm not even lying.
They did.
They did.
I saw it on football.
And then what's today? It was on yep, that was today. So yeah,
how many minutes did Turner get?
Let me see if he even got it. So he even ticked. Maybe he did play because let's see. Nope. So
even for the scrimmage,
he subbed in. He subbed in at some point, probably halftime. But yeah, okay. Oh boy. So
people were questioning Turner. I can see why there's questions about Reyna because it's not like he's getting a lot of playing time, right? Mm-hmm. He hasn't seen the field a whole lot.
That dude. And also we've been Yunus Musa. I was like, you could have dropped him and brought in Goody.
Yeah, I mean, no offense. I feel bad for Musa because honestly, when I first started watching him with the U.S. men's national team, it looked like okay, there's definitely something here, and it just hasn't panned out. I don't think.
Where's he at now?
Milan. The only person on AC Milan right now, and I'll start Adrian because we support AC Milan,
AC Milan,
one of our teams, but they have been trash. Man.
Wow, they're going through a lot, man. It's not just on the field; it's on the front house too. Yeah, apparently, Zlatan's like tearing the front office apart.
He is. He
not
is
level-headed Zlatan.
But that doesn't. I mean,
there's a lot of friction.
Unfortunately, that don't mean Moose need to be on the team. Like you still gotta
perform,
live up,
right?
perform. You still gotta
Right.
perform,
Yeah.
and he hasn't. Like, nah, man.
Yeah, and this whole move with
forward.
This whole move with Joao Felix also has kind of been just.
That's what I was gonna say. Once your team gets Joao Felix on loan, you should start panicking.
Yeah, he looked. It's
a red flag.
And he looked okay. He looked okay in the beginning too, because Santiago was good over there.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's just.
But at this point
weird.
at this point we know what Joao Felix is, and then I had a lot of ambition. I wanted him to perform really well. I wanted him to perform well at Atletico. I thought it was a bad program for him to be in.
I always think
but
he
always
looks like he has the way he plays. I'm always like, oh yeah, he's gonna be. Man, this is gonna be it, man. He's got it. It's gonna be a perfect fit. Right. And he is kind of killing, but like it's
a lot of sparks in the fire.
That team is wherever. Like that's another. We're not talking about them, but again, Yunus Musa is not. I don't think he should have got called up. I mean, I love Josh Sargent. I think that's great. I'm trying to think. I mean, I would even brought up Pepe. I'm sorry. Like, I would have liked to see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pepe didn't make it. Dang.
No,
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I mean, someone tell me wrong. I have Brian White.
I mean, I got the
Brian White from Vancouver. Shout out Podge.
Because
he won't be at the game this weekend when we play them. So thank you, Podge. That was my favorite name on the list.
Man, I was like, all right, because I haven't seen him. Like, so he's good. I knew the Patrick for Charlotte FC.
Yeah,
so, he's pretty good.
He's solid.
Zaha was over there already acting up, throwing people into boards and pushing people. He's crazy. Weston McKennie.
I mean, you got to have McKennie in there. He's been performing. He's been fine. He's seen the field. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good call up. Like, that's yeah.
I'm a little torn. I'm a little different about that, but whatever. Because I don't know if y'all watched Juve recently. I will guess to say Tim Weah has been a bright spot, but McKennie still has his days. But whatever. Cardoso, great. Tyler Adams, great. Gio, again, question mark.
Yeah, but Betis is blowing it on. Like, Betis is having a hell of a season. So
Johnny looked great.
Yeah,
Johnny,
he looks good.
I mean, when he played Real Madrid,
he's good.
Yeah, he looks good.
When they beat him,
all right, let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic.
That Anthony factor.
How about we just stay on topic?
Now I know what I'm gonna get Adrian for Christmas next year.
Yeah,
Anthony Betis.
Yeah, he scored today too.
You should get him a Man U, Anthony.
No, I don't want to rub it in that one.
It's good. I do like Tim Ream in there. I like Tim Ream. Anthony Robson's dope. I mean,
Anthony Robson's really good. Yeah.
Whatever happened, is my boy DK still hurt? And so's Haji Wright, right? They're both hurt.
I don't know.
Haji Wright to cover 2. I know he's hurt. I mean, I think DK was pretty hurt because I was a big fan of Daryl DK before he got hurt. I'm glad. I know Serginho Dest is just coming back. So
classic Tim Ream still there.
Where's Dest at right now?
He's at PSV.
Yeah.
He tore his.
He was out for a year. Yeah.
Did he tear his ACL?
Right.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Anthony Robinson is the GOAT.
Yeah, he's great.
That kid's good.
How's he still at Fulham?
How
is he never gotten picked
We'll
up?
see what happens this
Seriously.
year. We'll see what happens in December because I thought they were talking. I thought you guys were looking.
Well, he's 28. He's old. No, I don't agree with it, but FSG does.
That's prime.
No, he's totally prime, but FSG won't buy him. Like not at that age. That's why I was surprised we didn't go for him. Like
they won't be able to flip him.
Years ago.
They won't be able to flip him later for a profit.
Which doesn't make sense because we just run down contracts now. But that's a whole other thing.
Right? Yeah.
We're gonna.
Yeah. No, I know. I feel it coming.
Do you think the red card hurt Goody's chances? You think him not like being able to play that game is why he probably didn't called up?
Nah, I think there's just a lot of competition in the center midfield, creative midfield. I mean, you look at someone like Diego Luna. Diego Luna, I rate Diego Luna and Goody the same. Just Luna is a little bit more consistent. That his numbers,
he's stronger.
His numbers pop a little bit.
Luna he broke his nose and he kept playing.
He is stronger.
He's the warrior. He's gonna be the face of the U.S. Army.
Yeah, okay.
The toughest guy there. Yeah, but no, Diego Luna's been good, man. I've actually been a fan of him for a while.
Me too.
But again, I think Goody is actually like he's been playing like the like I don't know like the attacking 3, so that's why I'm like get Eunice out of there, and also Musa is a midfielder, he's not a forward,
right?
Yeah.
Which is also kind of why I'm kind of salty about it. Like I mean, at least get rid of this dude, like throw him in the midfielder pile if anything, or anything, just get rid of him in total because I do think Goody could have deserved a little bit of love, but
he looked great in the friendlies he played in, and he started off the season on fire. So I mean, it helps when you have a manager that can literally tell you, hey, I know the criteria to get to that level. Let me help get you there. Yeah. So I think he'll get there before the season
ends. Well, I guess I say that too down because it's just like we know. I mean, listen, there's injuries right now, so like this is like a time for him to get in there. But as soon as Balogun gets back, Haji Wright, DK is like he ain't getting called up, unfortunately. Like I'm saying, and then the midfielders, like this is Diego Luna's chance, but I mean, I'm trying to think, is there another midfielder out there that's hurt right now? Like is Arison from Leeds? Is he not getting called up anymore? Brandon Arison, is he hurt? Oh. You know, it's like so all these other players that are doing well. Leeds is about to get promoted. Yeah. So I heard he's doing pretty well. So it's like, this is. I felt like this was like the, get these other guys in there. Like. I
mean, this is obviously going to be the team that he wants, that Pochettino really wants to look at though, because this isn't this game counts. It's not like it's a friendly, right? So, I guess he wants to take a look at these guys.
Who are we playing? Actually?
Panama, right? Panama Thursday and then final on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Mexico, Canada.
Wait, what is this?
The Nations League?
CONCACAF Nations.
Yeah, right. I'm so.
And then of course it's going to be Mexico, U.S. and I don't know. Panama might show up. You never know.
Canada's good.
And Canada's a great system. Canada's playing also, so it's going to be interesting. They're going to boo our national anthem.
Terrace Brothers.
I mean, we did everything to have it coming.
We're making a flag.
There's only a 50% chance they're gonna.
We played 3 Canadian teams in a row too. We're in Toronto, then we're in Vancouver, then we host Montreal.
This was all foretold. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We are currently covering the United States men's national team roster and hopes up against Panama. Do you guys have any predictions at the moment against Panama?
I think U.S. wins. It won't be easy, but I think U.S. I mean, you have an experienced manager that's played in big games, both as a player and as a manager. And you just look at the roster, and again, Panama's made a lot of strides recently. Yeah. They have I think they might have more players in Europe now than Mexico, or the
Panama's
same. So the roster's a lot different than what it was before, where you had U.S. people from USL, people from the Panama League, Mexico, and MLS only. So they're broadening their roster out. But I mean, we all know what the commercials want the final to be. But at the end of the day, these games, that's what I love about soccer. It's hardest sport to script. So
that game's going to be on a Thursday. So hopefully we can do a viewing party. We'll see if we can put something like that together. If not, at least for the final. Well, if we make the final.
The interesting thing is, to me, it's in the U.S., but the U.S. play first. And Mexico, Canada's second.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's always been
Mexico's at home.
Very interesting to me.
Mexico's at home here, man.
Right.
Yeah. Now, after that, in April, the 5th and the 8th, we do have international friendlies against Brazil, and I think that's actually going to be very, very important coming up for the World Cup to see what team Pochettino actually picks, because that's going to be a real test. Like beating Brazil, I don't see that happening, but we're going to be able to see exactly what he calls up, what players fit the best. This next one against Panama is actually for a trophy. It's for a tournament. It's we're already in, right? The slots are already in, so that doesn't matter. We're in the World Cup no matter what. So is this a big win, or the manila envelopes start getting passed around, and we see if we can get Panama in, if we can see if we can get other teams in, not just U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
What are you talking about? Sorry. What are you talking about?
Just walked in.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about. What's your prediction against U.S. Panama?
Is it home or away?
We are at SoFi.
It's at SoFi,
California.
So kind of with this roster,
but sort of away, huh?
With this roster.
With this roster, yeah.
Well, of course, what other roster is going to be?
Right. Unless something happens in the next few days.
You know what? 3-0.
Wow. U.S.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think 3-0. I don't think Panama's gonna be that great.
No.
Yeah.
Sebs.
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Panama, and for some reason I remember them. There was some big boys on that team.
They're good, but it's I just don't think if we're not playing in Panama, I just think we'll have I think we should be able to handle business.
Fair.
Yeah, I'll probably edge it to U.S. 2-1.
But we're also not playing in Ohio, so.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, wait, what's the day of the game? I'm sorry, never mind.
The 20th is all on Thursday.
It's on Thursdays? Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, yeah. I think 3.
3-0? All right.
2-1, yeah, to US.
Yeah, I got 2-1 US, yeah.
Oh, is Matt Turner starting?
That's the thing. See, that's the thing, though. I'm looking at this defense. I'm looking at this defense, and I'm just not. I don't know. Some of these names I don't recognize. So there's different call-ups. Maybe they're definitely out there scouting, right? So they know what's going on. Yeah, like some of these names, I guess we'll see. But if Tim Ream's starting, then okay. Chris Richards. Robinson, of course, which I think is pretty solid. Scully's been kind of solid.
Trusty hasn't been bad.
Yeah,
he's been all right for Celtic, man. He's been okay.
Yeah. So what were we running last time? Did he run diamond last time? Did he run 4-2-3-1? I can't remember the formation he played last time. I think it was diamond.
Yeah.
So okay, well, all right. We'll see how these guys roll. As for the U.S.-Brazil, what are you guys thinking? That's friendlies. That's friendlies in April. Friendlies.
I was like, wait, hold up.
Is it it's a FIFA date?
Yeah.
Or is it just?
It's international friendlies.
Oh, okay.
International friendlies. Yeah.
April, man. I'm going to see the.
There's another international break in April.
I would have to see the roster. I'd have to.
April 5th.
Yeah.
April 5th. You got international friendly, and April 8th international.
Wait,
friendly.
you're. I'm seeing WNT, brother. Is that W? That's women's.
Is that the women's? Oh well, hey, let's talk about that.
I was about to say that wouldn't make any sense because April, the Champions League is the 8th and 9th.
Right.
Oh man.
So yeah, there ain't no way they letting their players go in
the
April.
No one's letting their players go. The women have a better schedule than the men's.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there's no international break in April.
Oh no, yeah.
That'd be tough.
I messed that up. So it's just this one. It's just this weekend.
Well, that's also interesting because with the Stars starting their season tomorrow, and now there's already international games, which is
China, Turkey, Switzerland. Yeah, China, Turkey.
That's been you boy. He is.
I don't know why they got it all on the same page, man.
Because you probably went up to the U.S. national team website.
So we're just gonna
we just groups them together.
Everything all in one.
Actually, you hit national teams. That's what you did. I know the site. You probably clicked national teams, and it's like, man, but. Come on, man. Know the other schedule, brother.
Yeah. No, I'm not keeping up with all these games, man. This is like 5 tournaments that we're keeping up with right now.
I already forgot the games.
Because there's not enough. They just kind of keep adding more. Did y'all hear about this time about they want to expand the World Cup?
Yeah.
No, they are expanding the World Cup.
Yeah, so it's
more. But that's been in the works for a while.
It's going to be a March Madness bracket, y'all.
Yeah.
It's just
See, here's the thing.
That's what it is.
Here's the thing.
It's going to be a 4-month-long tournament.
If you get rid of the group stages and you just make it one game thing like March Madness, I'm there.
Interesting.
I'm still going to gamble.
I'm there.
and so's FanDuel.
Yeah.
Yo,
bring FanDuel with
I'm in
you.
the suites. I'm over in there.
You know.
I'll be a DraftKings
It would be
next
the
Wednesday.
same amount of games. It's 64 games.
Yeah, but it'd be so
DraftKings
much more
next
cool.
Wednesday.
Like, imagine if Brazil just has a bad day or Argentina. Vámonos. You're out.
There's a lot more at stake. So I think everyone would be a lot more like committed to it fully.
I think it was like 64 was like, well, then there was like just get rid of qualifications, man. Just get rid of the qualification part and just bring in
everyone. Everyone.
Just like
all everybody's in.
Just grab don't even do qualification. Just whatever the friendly is. Keep a standing rank, and then the 64 just go. You don't even need to do these qualifications. Just have friendlies and everything. They have to play these friendlies to be good. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, and you judge them on the Euros how they're actually playing, whatever, something like that.
That's how we used to do it, right? Like FIFA would rank them, and somehow Poland was in first at some point. Like, okay,
yeah, like, just do that.
Poland used to have a great team.
64 teams. Like, ooh wee. How long is that gonna be?
That's what I'm saying. It's like
if you do group stage,
it's a 3-month long.
But if you do change it to single elimination. I can
barely get away with not showing up to work for a month. I'm not gonna be able to do this a whole summer, man. That's gonna be tough.
Everyone be fired, marriages be broken, couples be over.
This is gonna destroy economies, man.
Sorry, we got USA games. We have games every 3 days for the World Cup. I got these tickets and the packages, so it's all inclusive.
Yeah, that'd be terrible, man.
Can't imagine with a TV. How much you'd have to pay for that streaming. Just FIFA streaming.
No,
FIFA TV.
The roster size has to be ridiculous because 64 teams. How many games you playing?
Yeah.
How many injuries you gonna have?
You're gonna have to take 30 players.
Right. Yeah.
And then still call people in on get on the flight.
And then as soon as they're done, you go train for your club team.
Yeah.
You have practice in 2 days.
Yeah. Sorry, no break for you. Get back out there.
Get back to Champions League now.
You make too much money to be complaining.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna have that. Now they're gonna have the Club World Cup thing.
Yeah, the Club World Cup.
Summer.
Ugh.
Every summer there's
Champions is expanding, Europa's expanding, World Cup is expanding.
And the Club World Cup, you just get a golden ticket, right? And you get to enter.
The League of Nations, all the League of Nations, I think, are also adding teams. We watch soccer. Everyone in this room watches soccer. You were just saying an hour and a half ago that you kind of getting burnt out on it.
I'm watching soccer right now.
A little burn.
We watch it all the time, and it's just like you can't get it. Like I don't even know what the difference between the men and the women are anymore. We're lost. We're just all lost. What's going on? It's all
if we really
want
to do something, if they really want to get big time, go ahead and combine this Copa Libertadores with this CONCACAF Champions League. And just make that one big thing.
Well, but the issues of the Copa Libertadores teams are just going to win for at least the next decade.
Bro.
I mean, they're going to take the trophies.
I think it would be amazing.
It would be fun.
You think?
I think it would be so much fun.
Well, the years the teams from Mexico were in it, there's a couple quarterfinals.
Right, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Monterrey versus Fluminense.
Yeah. Well, didn't one of the presidents from one of the Brazil teams, I want to say it's Sao Paulo or whatever team, Memphis Depay's in, she just went on like a whole dialogue, and she said Brazil teams should join and play.
Yeah. Look, I thought they were
I'll tell you what,
about that.
Dude, I will get my passport fixed immediately. If someone was like, "Hey, dude, let's go to Monterrey and watch Colo Colo play Rayados," I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do this."
If Monterrey was playing,
I'll do an overnight thing.
If Monterrey was playing Flamingo, my wife would be right by my hip. You ain't going there alone. I'd be like, "See ya." I'm just gonna go watch Flamingo play Monterrey down in Mexico, boy. Please, who you going with? Adrian's man. No, I'm gonna go ahead and get 2 tickets. Go ahead and get 2 tickets. We going together.
Or instead of Copa America being every 2 years, keep that every 4 years.
Yeah.
And then in between one, do whatever countries we're gonna go, pick your champion, and have that out. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I might pay for that stream.
That'd be great. Dude.
Maybe.
Just for the pure theater of it, I would just. Oh my God, gold.
100%.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. No, it's great. I know. I mean, like I said, they've been talking about it. Listen. I mean, their NFL games, season games are in Europe, Germany now, whatever. Like,
eventually,
they're talking about AC Milan, talking about doing real games, Serie A games here. Like, shoot.
Okay, well, that's part of that money grab. Remember when MLS used to complain about, the travel. We don't want these tournaments because of the travel. But now they're traveling all the way to, the bottom part, the southern part of Mexico, and it's like, all right,
Jamaica,
so then what were you complaining about? Then MLS might as well do where it's just one league, just one league, stop with the East and West and just do it correctly. Right. You may not be able to play every team because you keep expanding the league.
Unfortunately, we keep coming up. We're going to be another team next year, probably.
Yeah, we have 80 teams. Can you
imagine that league? Well, this is one of those things where they want to do internal
I'm not keeping up with that
promotion relegation, man. Like they want to do internal promotion, MLS promotion relegation.
Well, then the USL, USL 1
well, USL's
or whatever,
doing their
that's
own
going to
thing,
be they're like that league that they want to
that's
implement
what
with
I'm
MLS.
talking about. I'm watching all of this.
It's too much.
Too much.
It is too much. Like, so what's the USL going to be?
And the funny thing is, when you lay the maps of MLS overlapping USL, USL 1, USL or USL Championship, USL 1, USL 2, you see it. Mm-hmm. You see the same map if you were to lay La Liga, Segunda.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
it's there.
Everything's kind of wild. I mean, shoot, I was watching. It was like the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship was on. It was UCLA versus I was like Big Ten
versus like Rutgers in New Jersey.
But it was like 2 California teams. I was like, what?
The conferences have
it's like,
so much.
Like the travel obviously ain't that big of an issue. You know what I'm saying?
And we know for sure the changes in the conferences in NCAA have been because of viewership. It's because of who's getting the most viewership, who can get the most money out. That's why.
And all the small dogs are getting cut out.
Yeah, that's why you had Texas A&M and UT leave and
go
to
education. No, it's not. it's sorry. It's very not. It's about those football players over there killing themselves.
How do you think we're funding the education?
Billions of dollars they're bringing in. They're funding this education. We gonna cut half your programs. By the way. Everything's gone next season.
That's absolutely the amount of soccer that we're watching is absolutely insane. And sometimes it does get a little, okay, this is what games are on today.
Yeah,
there are times. I mean, there still are times where I'll wake up on a Saturday, and I'm up at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, getting my coffee, and I already missed 3 games.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, well then what's coming up after that? And what's happening after that?
So that now you think about it, there was a meeting in college NCAA. They're like basically I guess what's about to happen is all the big dogs are about to start I guess all the big dogs that are raking all the money, all the big dog power schools, football, they're bringing more money. I think they're about to they're about to realign stuff again, and basically it's like all the schools with NIL money that basically can afford it basically have to look in their programs and see what programs they can actually keep. So it's I'm thinking, so a lot of schools are going to be canceling women's soccer or men's soccer, because they're not going to be able to afford it, because they're not going to be able to give NIL money, because they're it's a whole big ordeal. But I'm thinking,
but at this point, then you're just starting minor league of some kind.
So
for the NFL.
My thing is,
or a super league.
Does that? Well, thing is, does it help? Does that kind of help?
A little bit.
A professional 16-year-old.
It is. But
because you
everything's a super league.
You're gonna
that helps the MLS and
because you're gonna end up with kids who are going to college who are underage, and then now you start running into what MLS ran into is we can't sign a 8-year-old to a contract because the laws here don't allow.
But I think it potentially I could see at least now, I don't know, maybe when soccer, you can go to other soccer players for the MLS standpoint with this USL and all this growth. Maybe now we don't have to worry about if it gets to that point that the kids that go to college that maybe are still thinking about pro careers, all these other MLS Next programs and all these semi-pro teams that are coming up can actually grab hold of those players, and that's how they go the professional route. And you can have college, for soccer.
NCAA
because they're not going to have
horrible
money
with soccer.
Exactly, they're not going to have money to give these players. So their other routes going to be going through the MLS clubs where they have the money.
I can see some private groups and clubs opening up, but I don't see the NCAA hasn't changed soccer program in what?
Exactly.
30, 40 years.
The change is going to be,
and they refuse to change.
The change is going to be they're not going to be able to fund the soccer program. Is what I'm saying. So it's going to give that option to those players that were going to go to college because they still play.
But a lot of universities, the soccer program is still based on Title IX. It was meant as a women's sport that was equal to what football was, a men's sport, and because the Title IX forced them to create that sport for women's or have a women's. It was volleyball or soccer.
Right, but if those sports are gone, they're going to be able to go to their stars programs or these other programs. They don't have to worry about because I played college soccer. It was awful.
Yeah,
there was no point. So I would much more.
The intramural program was better than the actual NCAA
But in my point, I'd much rather go to do whatever the fire came, whatever it is, go through that way. Especially if there's any of these USL teams where there's a chance to be professional, and then I can get my education when I get my education, rather than you're trying to get your education and play soccer for what avail? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Why stress yourself out by doing the college soccer and getting your college education where you're not promised anything? You're just spending energy practicing for an NCAA title that means nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty much playing glorified intramurals because you're not going anywhere after this. You're just doing
you don't really have to worry about.
I see very few college players getting scouted.
You get drafted and then a year later.
Exactly. Yep. You get
which
drafted.
Still, the draft to me is just insane. Why do we even have that? What is that?
Half the teams trade all their picks and they're like, all right,
we're good. And give us that fake money. What is the TAM in the GAM? Give me the TAM in the GAM. Whatever that means.
And I've had a few friends that are player of the years. I had a player of the year at Georgetown. Goes to Red Bulls. Plays a year, done.
Yeah.
It's man, this kid's a good player.
Yeah,
but
and then
like, there's
you don't
no
see
folks,
any. Yeah,
they don't want to develop this guy. It's what it is. Like, and now,
well, I mean, when you're coming out of college, I mean, at that point, you're already say you're 22, 21.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
You need to be developed already. I'm not going to work with you at this point. But
and that's where soccer differs from all the other sports. When you get drafted in most sports, you're 21, 22, 23, 24. But in soccer, you have Lamine Yamal at 17.
16.
Already a World Cup winner.
At 15, is being signed by Barca,
you know?
Like,
So I think that's where the difference is, and I think that's one of the areas where the U.S. needs to adapt to that more, because there are kids that just don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
Like right now with us, Sergio Orejel, he's struggling a little bit, but he's 19 years old. It's expected. But you've had coaches when he was in the system that weren't even giving him a look. Right. So all it takes is someone who gives someone a look. Hey, I saw something. Let's try it, and giving that consistency.
Right.
But I think a lot of coaches are scared because of that age factor. And is he mature enough? Is the decision making there at that age? But it's like you won't know unless you let this kid play.
Right. And those coaches aren't going to college games.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's also an issue in the United States program. The way we do sports here, especially kids sports, and there's definitely going to be some clubs and some groups who are like, focus, just you're going to develop soccer, you're going to grow up in playing soccer, and you're going to hopefully play soccer in the future. But I was in certain city teams and so forth where you showed up to practice the first day of practice and there's like 70 kids. Yeah. And it's like, okay, everybody pays their $25 and you got one coach and go run laps.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That was my high school experience.
I in Jersey, when I was the team I ended up joining, I was playing for a team called Match Fit, and the Match Fit was like, their deal was like, they're like, we don't want you playing high school soccer. We did like this is like you are playing like you're playing. We're on this club. We're giving you all this exposure. This is how you're gonna get your college exposure. Blah blah. Not high school soccer. You're gonna play high school soccer. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna waste your time. And they're right. It's like one of the things like it's like so like there are players like when you would just go through this route with this club, which is like now like the MLS Next programs and whatnot, and like that's kind of how you have to kind of look at things, but in America, but when you're playing, like I said, it's growing up. Most of these kids are playing how many sports?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I coached for 7 years, and you think it was foolish to be getting a promising player at like a U10. Oh, this kid could be good. But as soon as 11 or 12 comes around, especially in America, families, let's go play baseball. Let's go play basketball. Let's go play football. Let's try hockey. Let's do track and field. Let's do cross country. So now that flower or whatever you thought was is already ran down. Mind over doesn't he want to play soccer anymore? Probably wants to try everything else, and now he's not even a good player. You know what I'm saying? Fundamentals, he's already tried 8 other sports.
Yeah.
Now he's a professional bike rider or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so like that is another one of those hurdles that we have. But that could start spreading to Europe. May start having that problem because of how big football's getting. Yeah. So now maybe someone like the European kids will stop playing soccer. Give us a break, yo. And then they can start playing football. Keep playing maybe a little more football. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're already about to catch up with basketball, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
I would like to see Europe actually get involved into NFL, and that'd be fantastic.
They got NFL Europe, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it growing?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything.
So when I lived in Germany, they already had some NFL German NFL teams in Europe. I mean, it wasn't great, but now they have like a program where I guess the NFL is a program where they actually have tryouts. Yeah. And they bring in players. I think it was when the Hard Knocks I was watching, but they have a couple players from the NFL Europe league tryout that are playing in the NFL now.
Kind of like a walk-on program or something like that, or is it just scouted?
It's like a minor league.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Because there's a lot of players who will either be or practice squad players here that decided to go over there because over there you're actually playing a competitive league. So it's better for your development than just staying on like a practice squad where you're just out there running routes.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're not going to get on to NFL. We're going to move on to Champions League. Let's talk Champions League. I know we have one sad character in this room about Champions League.
Whatever. I've got 6 of them. I don't care.
That's true. That's true. Well, let's start with Liverpool. How do you feel about the way that went down with PSG, all the way to PKs?
Deserved, really. PSG played really well, and give them their props. I think, and people have said this already. They're easily the the most difficult team we've played this season so far. I feel they matched us and were actually better than us in some aspects, especially the first game. I mean, we did rob that game. That being said, it's not unlucky to have Allison Becker as your goalkeeper. So, like, he saved us a lot. And in the second game, I felt like we actually did all right. It's just, margins and some errors. It's like, I think over the course of both legs, it was, as a neutral, I think it would have been a fun watch. For me, I was just nervous as hell the whole time. But I think, if it was another team, I think I'd be kind of more mad about it. But PSG is really that good, and I hate to admit it, but they are. I don't think they're going to be good enough to win it, but if they get to the final, I won't be surprised. Actually, I thought they were going to get to the final until Real Madrid won yesterday. So Real Madrid's going to win it. I'm calling it now.
I'm going to go and step in. So is Arsenal going to be in the finals then? Because we beat the brakes off PSG. That wasn't even a game.
PSV.
That was
no. We played PSG and beat them 4-1. It was not even a contest.
That was before they had Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia is a big difference.
I'm gonna have to step in and say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with your step in.
I know that's fine, but I think that's so crazy. It's like PSG is gonna be in the. Oh man, y'all.
And then you guys had Saka, and I think you guys had someone else too back then.
I mean, we were just a bigger team than them. To be honest with you. That's what that when I looked at the game, it was like they just weren't on the same physical level.
I mean, Konate and Virgil aren't small.
Yeah, so I don't. I think you're giving them too much credit. I mean, y'all are way better.
I don't think you watched the 2 games.
I was there with you when you were stressing. I mean, maybe the soccer god's luck came right up, but y'all were way better.
That's what I saw in that game. I thought Liverpool. I thought Liverpool was a better team than PSG.
They very much are.
You just couldn't finish, and it was one of those things where it was just one of those days where it just wasn't going in. Granted,
we had 2 shots on goal the first game.
I'm talking about the second game.
Yeah,
the second half of the second game also.
Yeah,
you guys had your chances. Now, what's his name? Was it Donnarumma? Their keeper was also playing lights out.
He did. That's weird for him. He's been having a weird season.
He was playing lights out. I have to give it to him. He had a great game, and especially that second half. Even with the PKs, he looked pretty, just spot on. He was on his game, which, yeah, you're right. It's Donnarumma. It's kind of like, okay, that was odd. I honestly thought that I don't see PSG taking this tournament. I don't see it.
No, I don't think they're gonna take it.
I will put my money on Liverpool every time y'all play them. That's all
I appreciate that, but
I mean, I would have too. Yeah.
But I don't know. Their press game, their gegenpressing, their counter pressing reminded me of what Klopp was when he first came in with us. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen anybody do it as well as us since until I just saw PSG. Yeah. Their pressing is really that good. I don't think they're gonna make it to the final. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but because of Real Madrid, I don't think they're gonna make it. Okay. I think if anything, if we're gonna move past this, like the Liverpool game, I think as a whole, I feel like UEFA and the world wants Barcelona and Real Madrid. I think
but I mean, here's the thing though, they're going up against Aston Villa, right? So I think they're going to beat Aston Villa. Like they're definitely going to beat Villa.
Oh, they'll beat Aston Villa. I don't think they'll get past. If Arsenal doesn't, if Arsenal loses to Real Madrid, then Real Madrid's just Real Madrid, dude. This is their tournament. They can be awful and they'll still win it.
Yeah, I mean,
they've done it.
Well, that's what happens when you touch the ball twice on a PK.
I still, man,
fair enough.
My thing is,
I feel so bad about that.
It was less than Messi's in the World Cup. That one counted. They allegedly changed the rule.
It touched it. Did it really touch it?
Yeah, he touched it. You see it. There's an angle where you do see the ball just pop up literally at the last second.
Yeah,
like you have to just focus in super hard to notice it. But again,
it is one of those things where the camera is super slow mo and you barely see it come up right off the grass. It's horrible.
But my thing is, VAR takes 5 minutes to mark an offside that's like 2 yards out. Yeah. But this one was like in 10 seconds. The ref was like, "Oh yeah, never mind."
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I ever seen it. I was like, wait, what happened? I was like,
And there was no replay. They didn't explain it. There was nothing.
The announcer, I guess they just didn't count.
They just marked it off.
And it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But the announcer even said that, like, yeah, it happened to Messi in the World Cup. FIFA allegedly amended the rule or something about it, and all of a sudden it doesn't count. And it's like, cool. And even originally, that should just be a retake.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Because it's not on purpose. If you do it on purpose, don't count it.
Yeah.
If it's on purpose, 100%
it's like coming off the line for a
Right,
goalkeeper.
right, yeah,
They're thinking about.
But this
So
one, someone slips. It's like
That's the thing, though. So the other one was that, and I understand the other Atletico side of it. Like the grass gave, like you could see his foot slide in the grass, and so that's kind of how it happened. Granted, he did step really, really close into that ball, which makes me wonder about the technique. But whatever, that's a whole other. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. But you can see the grass kind of give a little bit, so the foot goes in, and then you see the ball pop up a little bit, which gives him that leverage underneath the ball. But still, just retake it. Just, somebody put the grass back in like you do in golf and retake the kick. Yeah. It's not an intentional double strike.
But then Oblak did eat the last one though.
Yeah,
he should have saved that one.
Yeah, he did.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
So that leaves us with with Liverpool taking that. Arsenal go ahead. I mean, you were so far ahead of PSV. I don't think it mattered.
Oh yeah.
You could have probably played the second string and gone away with.
Well,
that
that's what I was gonna ask. Is
he brought in the other guys and he brought in like Martinelli and them, like I don't know Martinelli, Odegaard and some other guys like in the 20th minute, like 20 minutes. Okay, go ahead. You gotta go to break.
Sorry about that. We do have to go to break. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. We'll be right back talking about Champions League.
This is Sadie Woods, and I'm bringing you Gridlock Sound Lab, Rush Hour Radio featuring house, Afro-Latin rhythms, world beat, disco, funk, soul, electro, and indie dance music. Gridlock Sound Lab, first and third Fridays at 4, only on 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio.
Weird Lady Music is now on Lumpen Radio every first and third and sometimes fifth Friday of the month at 7 p.m. My name is Baltazar, and I will be your host playing weird music made by ladies and music made by weird ladies across genres, geographies, and generations. Join me, citizens.
Have you ever felt there was more to this world than you could understand? Join me, DJ Hammond, for Spirit World. Every first and third Wednesday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Lumpen. Spirit World is a showcase of sounds designed to transport you to another world. Spiritual world that we cannot see and feel.
Lumpen Radio is supported by the Museum of Contemporary Art Chicago. The MCA champions the new and unexpected in contemporary art and culture through its exhibitions, performances, programs, and collection. Located in the heart of downtown Chicago, the MCA boasts the award-winning MCA store, the Marisol Restaurant and Bar, a 300-seat theater, and a terrace sculpture garden with a great view of Lake Michigan. Every Tuesday, the MCA is open until 9 p.m. and is free for Illinois residents. The MCA also offers free admission for anyone 18 and under all year long. For more information, visit mcachicago.org.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC. We were just talking about Arsenal and PSV. From the first matchup, the first leg of that matchup, you guys were way ahead. I think the score originally was what? What was it?
6-7?
Yeah, like 9-3 or 9-2.
7.
The aggregate ended up 9-3. Yeah,
9-3. So 7-1, 9-3.
Yeah. Are you guys getting? Is Saka coming back in time? Or what's
said
the
early
word
April.
on that?
They keep
Is he
saying
gonna
late
be in
March.
shape,
Yeah,
though?
he'll be
Yeah,
late March
yeah.
into April.
In shape to play 90?
Martinelli is back.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Martinelli's already been back.
Yeah, he came back last
Martinelli
week.
played the last one. Yeah, the last game.
So what do you guys think? Would you guys want him back? Or would you guys want to ease him back in?
See, this is what I'm afraid of, that it's coming back together for them right as they're coming up against us, and on the counter we're not good.
But I don't think he'll be 100%. I doubt he'd be 100%, right?
It doesn't matter. He only needs to be 90% for 30, 40 minutes.
We played Chelsea this weekend.
I think with the league being out of the picture,
right?
You guys won it, so
yeah,
I've been burned too many times, Roberto. Okay,
I think that makes the decisions a little bit easier, right?
It does say, yeah. I mean, he could be. It says early April. He could possibly be back.
I think first leg probably not, maybe off the bench.
Yeah,
best case scenario.
Right.
But I think second leg he should. He should be back.
My thing is definitely scared of Vinny and Mbappe, but honestly, with your injury, your defensive line, and how small you guys are, man, we could just set piece beat you guys.
Yeah.
Corner kicks, we tower over you guys. You guys aren't the greatest defensively.
Nope.
So I actually feel pretty good at Vegas has us winning actually the first game anyway.
No, I mean it's at Arsenal. First game's at Arsenal. First leg's at Arsenal.
Yeah. Like if you guys have any injury, like if you guys lose any more players, I mean you can start Modric in the midfield if you want to. But that's not probably going to be a great.
Nope.
I mean, and Camavinga,
he can't go 90.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I think we are actually, when we're 100%, we're way better than Real Madrid.
Yeah, on paper, I think Arsenal has more of the capability at this point, simply because our defensive line is just gone. They're all in the hospital. They're all at the docks. They're not at the doctor's office. They're not going to be back in time for this game. They're not going to be up for this game. Our midfield is it's here and there. Modric looks great when he plays, but Modric can only play maybe 20 minutes. And right, he's an older player. He's what, 38, 39.
Yeah.
So I don't want him playing 90 minutes because he's going to go down if he plays 90 minutes. That means we'll have to change the substitution at a wrong spot or make a change at halftime, which we may not want to do. I think it's going to be a heavy midfield game. Arsenal is going to come out gunning. I can see that. They're going to come out blasting for the first 20, 30 minutes, and it's going to be hard for us to keep them contained. I think that after that, though, it'll slow down a little bit, and then it'll become more of a midfield game, and then it's here or there. If we get beat on the back line on a drop on a counter, it's going to be tough.
Well, Timber will be on Vinny, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, there are some changes that can occur. I can see some matchups with some of the bench guys that we have that would actually be better than maybe the starter formation.
Yeah, can't put Miles Kelly on with a red card.
There you go. But I do see Vinny's going to have to show up, and he's going to have to leave the theatrics. Not the theatrics, sorry, the temper. He's going to have to leave the temper. He's going to at home. He's going to have to make sure that he's focused on what it is he has to accomplish, what he has to do with Mbappe, possibly even with Rodrigo, and with Bellingham. It's going to be that group right there, or the way those formations happen at the front are going to be really important because we have the capability to move really, really well once we get in the box. We just have to have that finish. We have to have the conclusion to that movement. Because I don't think we're going to be able to play a high line. Rudiger's not fast enough to drop back. Camavinga is fast enough. He's not a defender. He's subbing in as a defender because we're out of defenders. We
have who's it? Asensio.
Yeah, Asensio. Yeah, who's been kind of he was great at the beginning of the season. Not so great right now. He's making some weird mistakes. And not only that, Asensio also needs to leave the temper at home because a red card is a yellow for sure, and a red card possibly. And then I don't know in the tournament how many yellows he has. I don't have that right on me. I don't have all the stats on me. Yeah. I don't know how many he's got stacked up already. So if he gets a yellow in this one, he's out for the next one. Then it's even worse, because now we're down another defender. So it's tough. It's tough because of the defense. I will honestly take a 1-1, 0-0 at Arsenal, and then as usual, now you got to come to our house. At Champions, in Champions League, and we've come back from way, way lower deficits than a tie. So,
yeah, it'll be. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like on paper, just historically speaking, you'd be like, oh, Real's got this, but It's going to be an interesting matchup.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very, very tough game.
Yeah, and if it's if they do get Saka back, that could be a game changer in its own way. And that's some good drama.
If you get Saka back, it'll be the first time going into a first leg match where I'm gonna be scared. Like they might throw 3 on us, and then that's gonna be really hard.
I'm just like thinking like if y'all play Lucas Vasquez as your outside back, lunchtime.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like lunchtime.
We might have to. That's the issue.
And that's
like,
great because.
But Lucas might have to play.
Besides Trossard, I think everyone's taller than him.
Yeah, our backline is short, man. Yeah. I think Rudiger's the tallest one, and Rudiger's got size. But then the next one I think is Asensio if he's on the field, and then it's Camavinga, and Camavinga I think is like my height.
It's like corner kicks. You got Saliba, Gabriel, Martinelli, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey. Y'all are in trouble.
Timber, Ben White.
I mean, at least you got Courtois. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just like put a ball on top of a dude that's like 6'7".
Yeah.
So that's going to be unless we just put Saliba right in front of him and he has to jump over him, and then he has a problem. So
also depends on how much possession Real Madrid gets, because if
we haven't been dominant on possession. And in the league alone, Atletico gets more possession than us. Betis had more possession than us. Barcelona, of course, had more possession than us. We've seen what happens, especially when we play against Barcelona and when we played Atletico this past weekend. That back line is weak, and if they can get away, like Barcelona just punished us in the last Clásico. They punished us with that back line, and they made us look like fools. And we just can't drop. We can't defend on the counter whatsoever. We can barely defend regular play against their tiki-taka that they were doing on us. But the counter, oh, man.
But you guys are scoring somehow, so I would assume it's mostly on the counter.
Yeah, well, we got like 4 of the top scorers. We have 4 of the top scorers in the world.
Yeah.
So Bob and Magic's definitely been happening.
Yeah. So keeping you guys out of the net is difficult also.
Yeah.
I would assume.
We do have the cat.
I do assume that it's that you guys score a lot on the counter. I don't watch a lot of Real Madrid, but that's what I imagine with a team like that.
That's a good. So like, the point is like that is like because they don't have, and you're right, because Real Madrid, like, their midfield is not great.
No,
they do rely on a lot of counters because they don't have a controllable midfield.
We've been relying
on.
Here's the thing though: is Arsenal also plays kind of a high line, especially when they're on the high attack in the first 20 minutes, which could be detrimental because if Mbappe gets loose, you have nobody that's catching him. Yeah. He's gone. Like he's gone.
Actually,
and then
Ben White can catch him.
Yeah, and maybe take a red. But have to take him out. Have to take him out because he's gone. And then not only that, Camavinga's following, and then behind him is Bellingham. And
Bellingham is the one I do have will be concerned. But I also think with Mbappe, again, luckily Ben White can be like matches pace, but also Ben White's stronger than him. That's my thing. Like y'all.
But does Ben White start over Timber?
Well, Arteta's going to make a decision. By then, Ben White's going to be way back in shape because he's been coming off the bench now because he's come injury. But like his decision is going to be like, do you want to do Kelly Timber or do you want to do who also actually could be, give or take, Calafiori's not slow. That's a big fast dude.
Calafiori's not slow.
And like when we played Man City, dog. I remember when Man City came in.
He's really
Man
strong.
City was like when they were like when the Calafiori came in, they just did not go to that side anymore. They were just like, yeah, let's go to the left side. Because, California's huge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And, California's huge.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's also one of the things. That's, my thing is, we could possess the ball all day. I would just take corners all day. My strategy, hey, man, just get the ball, hold the ball, shoot the ball out, go to the corners, and just get everyone in the box. Score, 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, but that's getting us to convert on the side, on the back line, which...
No, I'm talking about us going y'all. I'm not.
But you would have to force us to give you the corner.
And which would be easy because you're going to be in the back end the whole time.
But here's the thing:
you can't possess the ball.
But a corner sets you guys up for the counter.
Yeah.
and if Real Madrid gets the counter, that's.
But they're going to have to put more people in the box than having someone out there on the counter.
Or they could put people outside because this is what they've kind of been. And correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. I've noticed a lot with Arsenal, especially with the corner kicks lately, or these past few months. People have been putting runners outside, kind of halfway midfield. Mm. So if there is a counter, it's on, and you guys have to put people to put people outside to match them. Mm. So you don't have as many people in the box as you normally do, which has kind of hindered y'all's corner scoring. As far as I've noticed,
the choice they're going to have to make is: are we going to give up on the height in the box and then keep Vinny and Mbappe there, which is fine, but then who's going to...
In this game at home, I would.
It's and who's going to deal with the monsters. That's basically it is. Like they're basically depending. Like, all right, Courtois and Rudiger. Good luck.
I mean, basically,
like,
good luck.
Gonna have to come back and defend on corners for this one.
Huh?
He may be the one. They may just keep him on half. Like, if I was Real Madrid, I would just keep him at half.
I would keep him or Vinny.
I would just keep him right at half.
Vinny for sure is gonna stay up.
Yeah. But then that's what, like, so. But if I'm Arteta, I'm like, okay, well then I'm bringing
Bellingham's got height also, so Bellingham will be in the box also.
But he's soft. I'm sorry, he light skinned, he's soft. I love my light player, but he is soft. And as of late too, man, he kind of. He's
got a temper on him too.
Yeah, that's what I think it's gonna mess. Like, I feel like y'all coming to if it's an EPL ref too, and y'all come over to England and y'all start complaining and touching the ball,
it's
and all that jazz.
It's always a neutral ref.
It's a neutral ref. It's always a neutral ref for Champions.
Just gotta be careful with that too, because y'all do like to like to talk to ref a lot. And I mean, I feel like that could end up biting you in the butt while you get some kind of yellow because Vinny's like mad or something, and then all of a sudden he actually does a tackle. Then now y'all down.
I think the biggest issue will be for Arsenal. And again, you're at home. You're going to be fine. It's going to be on Real. It's going to be on Real to perform at the top of their game. I think one of the counters you might have to just take a player out, and that might be an issue where you get an early red card or you stack your yellows up early, and it makes it harder to play that high line. Other than that, I honestly don't see Arsenal having a problem with beating us at home for the first match.
You know what?
Now, as long as we can keep it within one, then I'll go back home, and then I'll be a little bit more relaxed. But if they take off 3-0, 2-0 in the first 20, 30 minutes, then...
If we were 100%, I'd be like, y'all don't stand a chance. But we're not 100%. But also, that dreaded international break before.
Yeah, it's the international break
before Champions League.
Why? People get hurt.
Why? What is the point?
See what happens.
What is like we're saying something
fun.
Like, oh yeah, we have to actually see who's actually available. At least I know soccer won't be playing.
Right.
So it's like I know where I was like, so it's like
which is rough for Real because
all
our players
all
play.
The players
they all play.
They're all going to be called up. for
every Brazilian's going to go play. They're going to go play. They're going to get playing time.
Yep.
Bellingham's going to get playing time.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Neymar can call it up. Maybe Vinny getting a break.
Courtois, I mean,
Belgium.
Maybe not getting injured, but he's going to play.
It sucks that you have such great players on your team.
Everybody
gets called up.
We can't lose another defender. We can't lose. We can't lose Rudiger. Imagine we lose Rudiger. We lose Rudiger while
didn't he just come back, Rudiger?
No, Alba came back. Alba came back and just got hurt.
If we lose Rudiger on the international break, it's over. Like it's done. Like we have zero defenders with height. None.
Yeah.
Our next tallest will be Asensio, and then that's it. And then it's a guy my height. Against giants.
Courtois just gonna get in the middle of the corner. Like he's just getting in the middle. I gotta be able to.
We'll have to do that thing like where the forwards and so forth have to be right up against the corner kicker so they can't get it over. Just jump high, get over there, and try. You're gonna have to mess with the kicker instead of playing the defense.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like it's like La Liga is still La Liga, and when I'm confident because y'all have like no business losing like teams like Real Betis. Like La Liga is always Real Madrid, Barcelona. So when I see y'all like having these struggles versus teams like Real Betis, when the y'all still think y'all should be losing to anyway, I'm like that's kind of confident because like La Liga kind of went downhill this year. I feel like Sociedad's bad, Girona was bad. Yeah. I mean, besides Real Madrid and Barcelona, there's not one team in La Liga that's like worth talking about. Except Villarreal, because my boy Nicola Pepe's on that team. Shout out to Pepe.
That's who I go for, but we're like Brighton. We're like kind of good, and then we just sell everybody that's good.
Ooh.
Villarreal.
Oh, right.
We're just basically the Brighton of La Liga.
Well, it's like every team is in a financial crisis. Even Barcelona's in a crisis, but
because they don't spread the money around. Like in La Liga, nobody gets money except for the top two.
Right, exactly. It's like and even Barcelona messed that all up, and now they selling it like they on 96th Street. They out there like so. It's like that whole. It's so weird. Like it's like the league almost got competitive last year, and then it's like right back to the.
Well, I don't know, but I mean Barcelona was. know, the owner just stole a lot of money. So
yeah, and you know, they they literally cheating and cheating, like just cheating. Like,
if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Right, that is like, and true. I think even like Sebastian made something like I was like, man, like I literally put La Liga down there with like below almost like the French league, man. It's just not competitive. Like I just had to say that. I don't
want to go that far. I don't think I would go that far.
It's just not though. There's like at least there's like some shaking up, and I mean Serie A is pretty bad. I'll say this, but like the La Liga has been kind of very.
This season on La Liga, there's definitely been a separation between
because clubs are broke.
There's clubs that are broke, and you know those new ownership comes in and it'll change. 2 years ago, a year ago, even 3 years ago for sure. It was pretty competitive. It was a very competitive league. And this year it hasn't been great. But at the same time, you know, we kind of have an EPL, one team that's kind of running away with it to perform the entirety of the season, and the rest of them have been getting injured the entire time because they're in a bunch of other competitions as well. Again, we're watering down the product. You know, Bundesliga I haven't been following a whole lot. Serie A. You've had Serie A is just a mess. You have teams that are performing great for 5-6 weeks, and then all of a sudden they can't win a game for another 5-6 weeks.
But that's the most competitive one when you look at the table, though.
I mean, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Teams,
Well, also it's like, if we give it to the EPL, besides they're putting their break, I mean, the top 10 is ridiculous. Like it's very, very, it's super. I mean,
anybody can still get into top 4.
I mean, EPL is the most competitive league out there, like hands down. Hands down, but it is kind of wild to see. Like I thought it was kind of cool. I'm glad. I like to see other teams. Like I thought, like Legos, like last year, it was great to see other teams like kind of get into the mix, and even like Bayern Leverkusen's whole ordeal. Like, I mean, that was cool too. And I mean, the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich's winning, but there's still a lot of competition left in just like the top 4 or 5 spots, whatever. But yeah, man. But like, I mean, not to say league, but like La Liga is kind of what it is. What it is. I mean, we all know who's competing. Who knows Barcelona? Who knows Real Madrid? But there's no Atletico Madrid too. But it's always, I mean, but once y'all, they're always waving at y'all for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
So,
what's up, big bro?
It is actually going to be.
Sure how we got into this.
It's actually going to be curious. I'm very curious to see what happens with La Liga in the next couple of years.
I think what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of ownership changes, like you did, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. There's going to be ownership changes. Teams are going to be bought and sold. Players are going to be bought and sold. You're going to have that run again where you can have Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico kind of doing it. But that's not. I don't know, man. The northern teams, the Basque teams, are actually performing pretty well. So they're going to be around. Betis isn't going anywhere. Atleti's not going anywhere. Real Sociedad isn't going anywhere.
You gotta get these celebrities.
Those teams are going to stay tough.
Like Michael B. Jordan's getting the Bournemouth.
You're gonna have issues with other teams. Girona actually had an okay season. They just started falling off near the end here. So some of those classic teams are going to stick around. Villarreal's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but see, the thing is like I guess in comparing it to Premier League, it's like teams like West Ham or Bournemouth or Nottingham Forest, they'll spend $100 million here and there, $200 million here and there.
Yeah, we don't have that money.
Real Betis will never do that.
They don't have that money.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Yep. And the thing is, honestly,
because it doesn't get spread around.
And this year, right now, I can honestly say, I think the top 10 teams in the EPL, like they play a Real Betis, they're gonna beat them cheeks.
Yeah,
like I don't think they.
Bournemouth definitely will.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, even any team in the top 10 right now.
Maybe Spurs might nick a win,
bro. That's what I'm. You see the level. Like it's so wild to see. Kind of like, how's this? Like, how are this? Like, it's like, these teams that are in the top 10 EPL, and that's kind of, I guess I see that too. It's like, at least it's like you see the competition. This team in 14th place will go play this team that may be in top 8 and just beat this team down. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just saying something about the EPL. But it just also I feel like, man, like what?
Yeah, but EPL is also. We'll see what happens with EPL also, because questions are going to be starting to ask. The way Chelsea does business, people are going to ask questions like, "How are you?"
They've been asking questions about them.
How are you keeping your books? City's already probably going to be an issue here at the end of the season. We don't know what's going to happen yet. I'm sure they might be a slap on the wrist, but
they already spent $200 in January.
Yeah,
$20 million.
$20 million. So we're
that's
just
a start.
Yeah,
that was the appetizer.
You're right.
We're in this position where everyone's going to be asking questions. Like, where are you getting this money? Tottenham, Spending money from where? You
Yeah.
know? And not only that, they're going to run into their issues. Chelsea spending money, City spending money. And there's certain teams that absolutely for sure. City's not going to have a problem because they have Saudi money, so they'll be fine. They have oil money, but they're going to be fine.
Saudi
but
lawyers.
West Ham, Everton, Nottingham Forest, people are going to start asking questions. And can Nottingham Forest really keep it up for another decade?
Everton deserves
I don't know.
like
Their
a
owners
statue or something. He's still in the league, be getting deducted points, fines, just not getting relegated.
Everton straight up was like, the league said, we're going to relegate you. And like, no, you're not.
They deserve to just get put in the Conference League or something. Be like, man, y'all been through it, and y'all didn't get relegated.
You earned
it. Bro.
Go get a trophy. Come on.
Just get in there. Get in there.
And meanwhile, Liverpool buys Chiesa for $10 million.
Liverpool's just not going to spend money.
Right.
Jesus.
It's like
but your
meanwhile, they'd be like,
your
man,
accountants, and your
it's like meanwhile they're
statisticians
yelling
won't
at
allow
man.
it.
Meanwhile, they're like, yeah, man, City won 10. They're like, well, let me go ahead and get Everton real quick.
Yeah.
let me go ahead and take care of
What's
them.
Everton up to right now?
But Everton acting up one more time, man. I just some more points for them. Yeah. They acting up. I can't believe what they just did.
Yeah, you also look at Bournemouth, who is up and down, and they can't do it for a full season yet. But at the same time, that they're going to have to spend money also. Bournemouth doesn't have City money, doesn't have
but here's the
Chelsea
thing.
money.
Bournemouth has great players, and that team is going to get picked apart this summer.
That's what I'm saying.
So that Michael B. Jordan money, bro.
That's the cycle of every league, And Liverpool, we still don't know what's going to happen with Salah. We don't know what's going to happen with
I don't even want to think about it.
Van
Dijk, Salah, and Trent.
PSG people going to the locker room to talk to him.
Yeah,
that was wild.
What?
Oh yeah, you heard about that?
After the game to Van Dijk.
Yeah.
After the game, someone took a picture, and it was the team president and the sporting director, literally outside of Liverpool locker room doors, just chilling, talking with Van Dijk.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that, like, we first of all, we messed all that up. It was kind of bad timing also when all that stuff was happening. We were supposed to be renewing contracts, but we didn't have a sporting director and blah, 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 blah. All that sort of stuff. So, but at the same time, like, as someone who's watched them play for us their entire careers at Liverpool, I'm kind of like, you don't owe us anything.
True.
Yeah.
So can I be mad at you for running out your contract? Not really.
Go make your money.
You already got us the trophies. You won us everything.
Yeah.
Go do what you want. And the one I'd be surprised with is Salah, not because of he loves the team or whatever, which I know he does and all that sort of stuff, but I think he's got more records that he wants to break, and he's not going to be able to do that at any other team, I don't think, because this team is so tailor made for him to score and break records that if he wants to continue doing that, he would want to stay and negotiate. Yeah. But the other two, I can see them leave.
That's the other thing. You also see right now, Serie A is going to have the restrictions lifted for something that happened, the fines and the fees and so forth. Those are about to come to an end. And Juve is going to start spending money. Yeah. And AC Milan is already starting to spend money. AC Milan's already dropping money.
Washed.
Napoli? Napoli is going to start spending money.
I'm not worried about anyone that would have targets that, I'm going to go to Juve. I can't wait to go over there. I mean,
but they're going to take players just because they can make the money.
Well, they may be in Conference League. Who knows? So it's so trash. It's
so we were supposed to talk about Europa, but we don't have enough time to talk about Europa.
Inter Milan is
about the next game.
Whatever. Inter Milan's like the most boring #1 team in their league ever. I'm saying that right now.
So speaking of Inter Milan, who do you guys have over Bayern and Inter? while we're talking about Inter.
Oh, Harry Kane, bro.
He's going to get his trophy?
Going with Harry.
No. He's already going to get his trophy.
He's getting his trophy. But I love Musiala, dude. Musala's dope.
You got a little Harry Kane, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal final.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I would. Yeah, look at you.
But I really like Musiala though for Bayern Munich. He's so good.
Musiala's good.
He's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I actually like. I'm just like, cause I guess I'm a target for myself. I just love big forwards, and I remember before he left, I was like, I remember when Harry Kane was killing Tottenham, but I was like, I would take Harry Kane and Arsenal anytime, any day.
Oh, absolutely.
Easily.
Like I was like, give me that big man. All he was doing was turning people left and right and dipping it out to his outside wingers for years. People just didn't know what to do. They're like, just get the ball, dip it a song, or dip it whoever's other side. And people just didn't know what to do. I'm like, yeah, he's a good big man. He scores goals. Like,
Yeah.
Zlatan, Harry Kane, I mean, even Andy Carroll.
If Haaland could only learn to do that.
Lukaku at
Too
some
busy,
point.
he ugly. Lukaku, hey, he actually looks all right for Napoli, which is we can go down the road about how this black man is having a good time in Napoli and after the Osimhen debacle, whatever. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, you know, some people just love, like have a good time in Naples, and he's doing really pretty well actually.
I mean, he's done well there.
Yeah, he's actually doing all right.
He's done well.
Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, I was like, he must have not have seen how they treated Osimhen, but whatever. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
He's also performing. Once he stops performing,
that'll be more telling.
Napoli becomes Napoli.
And then the paint comes out. That's all I gotta say about that.
So no predictions. Bayern, Inter.
Oh
no
wait.
predictions?
Oh Bayern.
Bayern, yeah.
Bayern.
Oh man, yeah. I would have to say Bayern.
Bayern. We already spoke. Barca, Dortmund. What you guys got?
Dortmund.
Nah, Barca's gonna win that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going for last year. Dortmund has that like kind of that European. I don't know. They got some juice on them.
Barca will ship goals. Their defense isn't great either, but. Man, that offense is Jamal is just on one.
Yeah,
Rafinha is another level.
It's unfair. And then you have Lewandowski there in the middle.
Yeah. In the last minute, I would talk about PSG, Aston Villa, but I think I know which way that's going to go. I mean, and honestly, if Austin can pull it off, that'd be amazing.
Unai Emery, man.
I'm going Villa. I'm going EPL on that too.
There you go. Well, I want to thank you all so much for listening to Lumpen FC. Again, if you want to reach out, to us, hit us up on Barra Brava Brewing Co. on Instagram. Hit us on lumpenfcradio@gmail.com. And if you want to participate in the show, just hit us on Twitch, Lumpen TV, and we will take your questions and any comments that you have on Lumpen TV.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. You've been listening to WLPN LP Chicago, 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio. You've been listening to Lumpen FC. Have a good night.
Go Red Stars.